Attention, men of male secret 60 plus. No more beating around the bush. I'm Dr. Jane Taylor, and today we're going to uncover a secret that can transform your mornings, your energy, and yes, your intimate life. If you're over 60 and feel like something essential has been lost over time, this video is a game changer for you. Many of you ask me, Dr. Jane, is it possible to regain that firm, spontaneous morning erection that made me feel invincible? The answer is a resounding yes. And the science behind it is fascinating. What I'm about to reveal isn't a magic pill or an invasive treatment. It's about the power of a simple spoonful of oil before bed that, when used correctly, can reignite the spark of your vitality. Pay close attention, because from now on, we'll dive into the science that explains why this nighttime routine is so incredibly effective, especially for men over 60. You'll understand the exact reason why this method works so powerfully, addressing the root of the problem, not just the symptoms. Get ready to discover how your body, an incredible machine, is waiting for the right fuel to operate at its peak, as it hasn't in years. Why erections fade with age. So let's tackle the question we all want answered. Why do erections seem to diminish with age, and what's really happening inside your body when this occurs? Think about it. When you were younger, an erection didn't require effort or worry. It was automatic. Your body responded naturally, with total confidence and no hesitation. Blood flowed freely, like a mighty river after a heavy rain, through open, vibrant arteries. But something changes over time. In Male Secret 60 Plus, we'll unravel this transformation. And what if I told you that you can reverse much of it? Don't miss the next segment, where I explain how this vitality can be reignited. As the years pass, that river starts to slow down. The arteries that once carried life and strength begin to harden. Their walls narrow and the flow weakens. This doesn't happen because you did something wrong. It's simply how time and modern life affect the male body. Over decades, small changes accumulate: stress, processed foods, lack of movement, even some medications. Each leaves its mark on your blood vessels. This gradual buildup of plaque and acidic waste in your bloodstream makes it harder for nitric oxide, the vital molecule that signals your arteries to relax and do their job, to work effectively. Without enough nitric oxide, your body struggles to send blood where it's needed most. What starts as softer erections or occasional difficulties eventually becomes a pattern that feels permanent. But here's something I've seen countless times in my clinic. Your body never forgets how to function. It just needs a little help to remember. When you restore balance to your blood chemistry, your circulation starts to wake up again, and that lost confidence begins to return naturally. So the real question isn't whether your body can still perform, but how you can unlock that potential again. And, believe it or not, the answer might be sitting quietly in your kitchen cupboard, waiting to be rediscovered. Why baking soda matters for men's health. Let's talk about it now. Over the years, I've seen countless men spend thousands of dollars chasing complicated solutions, while the real answer was sitting quietly in their pantry. Baking soda. Something so common, so overlooked, has an incredible ability to help the male body heal from the inside out. When I first started studying this, I was skeptical. How could something used for baking or cleaning make a difference in men's health? But the science doesn't lie. As we age, our blood slowly becomes more acidic. This acidity damages the delicate lining of our blood vessels, the same vessels responsible for carrying vital blood to your heart, brain, and yes, your penis. When the body becomes too acidic, nitric oxide production drops dramatically, and that's when men start to lose their natural strength. Baking soda, or sodium bicarbonate, acts as a gentle alkalizing agent. It helps neutralize excess acid, supports your kidneys, and creates a healthier environment for your blood to flow freely again. I've seen patients who started using it in small, controlled amounts notice real changes: less fatigue, more energy, and even stronger morning erections. It doesn't work like a pill. It works as nature intended, gradually and steadily restoring balance to a system that time had thrown out of whack. The secret ingredient: lemon juice. And here's what most people don't realize. When you combine baking soda with one simple natural ingredient, its power multiplies. Together, they trigger a chemical reaction in your body that opens blood vessels and reignites your masculine vitality. So, let's talk about this secret ingredient that transforms this common powder into a potent tool for restoring masculinity: lemon juice. When I first discovered what happens when you mix baking soda with fresh lemon juice, I was genuinely amazed. It's one of those simple combinations that seems too easy to be powerful until you understand the science behind it. When you squeeze fresh lemon juice into baking soda, a natural chemical reaction occurs, producing something called sodium citrate. This isn't just harmless fizzing. It's a transformation that creates a compound capable of supporting blood vessel health and improving circulation throughout the body. Lemon juice, on its own, is one of nature's greatest gifts. It's rich in vitamin C, potassium, and plant-based antioxidants that protect the delicate inner walls of your arteries from inflammation and oxidative stress. When combined with baking soda, this duo doesn't just clean your kitchen, it helps clean your bloodstream. It gently reduces acidity, supports liver detoxification, and boosts your body's ability to produce nitric oxide, the molecule that allows your blood vessels to open and let life flow freely again. How it works inside the body. I remember one of my older patients, Thomas, who started drinking this mixture every morning. Within a few weeks, he said, "Dr. Jane, I feel like my circulation woke up." His energy improved, his confidence returned, and for the first time in years, he felt young again. But what's truly fascinating is what happens next. Once this mixture enters your body, it triggers a cascade of internal changes that go far beyond what you can taste. Let's take a closer look at how this reaction works inside you. When you drink the simple mixture of baking soda, lemon juice, and water, something remarkable begins in your body. Quietly, almost invisibly at first. As the mixture reaches your stomach, it neutralizes excess acid and starts restoring balance throughout your system. Baking soda gently alkalizes your blood, easing stress on your vessels and helping your kidneys and liver clear out toxins that have weighed you down for years. Meanwhile, lemon juice provides vitamin C and flavonoids that strengthen your blood vessels and reduce inflammation. Together, they act like a natural cleanup crew for your circulatory system. Within days, your blood chemistry starts to shift. Your artery walls become more relaxed. Your nitric oxide levels rise, and oxygen-rich blood begins to circulate more freely throughout your body. This improved flow doesn't just help your heart. It reaches the smallest, most delicate vessels, including those that nourish your penis. You may start to feel more alert, more energetic, maybe even notice that familiar morning firmness returning. It's not magic. It's your body remembering how to function the way it was designed. Real results from real men. I've witnessed this transformation countless times. Men who thought their best years were behind them suddenly rediscover a vitality they believed was lost forever. One of my patients, Robert, was 78 when he first came to me. He had tried everything: prescriptions, supplements, even expensive injections, but nothing brought back the natural strength he once had. When I introduced him to the baking soda and lemon routine, he smiled politely, but seemed skeptical. 2 months later, that same man walked into my office with tears in his eyes and said, "Doctor, I woke up with a morning erection for the first time in over a decade. It wasn't just about the physical change, it was about the hope that returned to his face. Then there was Charles, a 72-year-old retired professor who felt too embarrassed to even talk about his condition. After starting this regimen and adding light exercise, he told me he felt alive again. His energy returned, his confidence was restored, and his relationship with his wife was renewed. These stories aren't rare. They happen every day with men who finally understand that age doesn't define masculinity. Every time I hear a man say, "I thought I was too old for this," I remind him, "Your body is waiting to heal. It just needs the right support." The power of this method isn't just in the ingredient. It's in the chemistry of renewal that happens inside you. And when you discover why this combination works even better after 60, you'll understand why nature always gives men a second chance. Why it works even better after 60. As a urologist, I've learned something extraordinary about the aging male body. It doesn't lose its strength. It simply forgets how to use it. After 60, your metabolism slows, your hormones shift, and your blood becomes slightly more acidic. This small change throws everything off balance: your energy, your stamina, and your ability to maintain an erection. Organs that once filtered waste effortlessly, like your kidneys and liver, start working a little harder. Over time, the buildup of acid and inflammation silently damages the delicate lining of your blood vessels. That's why so many men over 60 struggle with poor circulation and lower testosterone. This is where the combination of baking soda and lemon becomes so remarkable. It supports your body exactly where age has made it vulnerable. It helps your kidneys clear acid more efficiently, eases the burden on your liver, and improves the smoothness of your arterial walls. With less acidity, your cells produce nitric oxide more freely, the same molecule that allows erections to happen naturally. And when circulation improves, oxygen and nutrients reach every organ, including the one that defines a man's vitality. Studies on nitric oxide and vascular health are clear. When you reduce inflammation, balance pH, and increase oxygen flow, your arteries respond as if they've been given a second chance. I've seen men who could barely climb a flight of stairs start to regain stamina and strength simply by improving circulation. And what's even more remarkable is how quickly the body responds once this process begins. Nitric oxide production can increase in days, and blood vessel elasticity can improve in weeks. It's like your body was waiting for permission to perform at its best again. That's what hope looks like when it's backed by biology. It's not fantasy. It's physiology. That's why I tell every man, you're not too old and it's not too late. Your body is listening and it's ready to respond. But to truly unlock this transformation, there's one final lesson every man needs to hear. A message that goes beyond science and touches the heart of what it means to be alive. My friend, you've learned that healing your body is simpler than you've been told. With baking soda, lemon, and care for your daily habits, you can restore what time has taken away. I've seen it happen time and again, men rediscovering strength, confidence, and life itself. Your best years can still start today. How to prepare and use it safely. When I started recommending this mixture to my patients, I always reminded them that nature's remedies work best when used with care and respect. It's not about taking more or pushing harder. It's about giving your body exactly what it needs to rebalance. The recipe is simple. Take half a teaspoon of baking soda, squeeze the juice of half a fresh lemon, and mix it into a glass of room temperature water. Let it fizz, stir gently, and drink it first thing in the morning, ideally on an empty stomach. Do this 3 to 4 times a week, not every day. This small rhythm allows your body to adjust naturally without overloading your system. Many of my older patients tell me they feel the effects within weeks. Some notice lighter digestion, steadier energy, or a subtle sense of clarity and calm. Others mention the return of that quiet confidence in the morning, proof that blood flow is coming back to life. But what really makes the difference is consistency, not speed. Healing the male body at this stage of life is about patience and balance, not quick fixes. Of course, I always advise caution. If you have kidney issues, uncontrolled high blood pressure, or are taking certain medications, talk to your doctor first. This is about restoration, not risk. And once you start this safely, you'll begin to feel your body responding in powerful ways. But the truth is, physical recovery is only half the journey. The other half is emotional. And that's where the real transformation begins. The emotional truth, reclaiming dignity and confidence. After 30 years of treating men, I've learned that erectile dysfunction is rarely just a physical condition. It's deeply emotional. I've seen the pain in a man's eyes when he says he feels like he's lost a part of himself. The frustration, the embarrassment, the silent distance that grows between partners. It can erode confidence like water wearing down stone. And yet, what I always tell my patients is this: your worth, your masculinity, your identity as a man don't fade with age. They just get buried under years of stress, disappointment, and silence. When blood flow starts to return and the body begins to respond again, something powerful happens. You see it in the way a man carries himself, in the spark that returns to his voice, in the small, private smile that says, "I'm still me." That's what true healing looks like. It's not just about stronger erections. It's about restoring the pride and confidence that make a man feel whole. I've witnessed this so many times it never fails to move me. That first moment when a patient says, "Doctor, I feel like myself again," is worth more than any prescription ever written. And here's the truth: your body follows your mind. When your spirit believes in recovery, your body listens. That's why the next part is just as vital as the mixture itself. Because to make this transformation last, you need the daily habits that keep your circulation strong and your masculinity alive. Let's talk about that now. Supporting lifestyle habits. In my years of guiding men on this journey, I've realized that while oils are the foundation, small daily habits can multiply the benefits many times over. Think of it like tending a garden. You can plant the right seeds, but if you don't give them water, sunlight, and care, they'll never reach their full potential. The same goes for your body. One of the simplest and most powerful habits is staying hydrated. Most men don't realize how dehydration thickens the blood and slows circulation. Drinking enough water, about 6 to 8 glasses a day, helps your heart and arteries stay flexible. I remember a patient who ignored this until I challenged him to commit for just 2 weeks. He was amazed at how much lighter, more energetic, and responsive his body felt. Next, move your body every day, even if it's just a short walk after breakfast. Movement is medicine for blood flow and keeps the pathways for your masculinity open and alive. Eat foods that naturally boost nitric oxide, like beets, spinach, and pomegranate. These are nature's tools for keeping your arteries flexible. And don't forget sleep. Deep restorative sleep is when your body produces testosterone and repairs itself from the inside out. The science behind the hope. Every time I hear a man say, "I thought I was too old for this," I remind him, your body is waiting to heal. It just needs the right support. The power of this method isn't just in the ingredient. It's in the chemistry of renewal that happens inside you. And when you discover why this combination works even better after 60, you'll understand why nature always gives men a second chance. Overcoming obstacles and maximizing success. This is why I tell every man, You're not too old, and it's not too late. Your body is listening, and it's ready to respond. But to truly unlock this transformation, there's one final lesson every man needs to hear. A message that goes beyond science and touches the heart of what it means to be alive. My friend, you've learned that healing your body is simpler than you've been told. With baking soda, lemon, and care for your daily habits, you can restore what time has taken away. I've seen it happen time and again. Men rediscovering strength, confidence, and life itself. Your best years can still start today. A call to action. Friends of Male Secret 60+, we've reached the end of our journey, and I want you to pause for a moment to truly absorb everything we've explored here today. For many men over 60, the loss of morning erections isn't just a physical issue, it's a blow to vitality, energy, and masculinity itself, which seem to have quietly slipped away. I know the frustration, the shame, and the feeling that this phase of life is just over. But time and again in my practice, I've seen men rediscover their inner strength by making a surprisingly simple change, adding a spoonful of the right oil before bed. We've unpacked the science behind every step together. We've seen how extra virgin olive oil serves as a solid foundation for testosterone, how castor oil fights inflammation and improves pelvic circulation, how coconut oil provides fast-burning energy for overnight repair, how pumpkin seed oil protects your prostate with vital zinc, how black seed oil restores hormone-producing cells, and how fish oil strengthens your blood vessels and nerves, amplifying all these benefits. This isn't just a protocol, it's a lifestyle. By incorporating daily habits like hydration, Kegel exercises, morning sunlight exposure, and quality sleep, you multiply your progress. And best of all, we've compared the costs of these natural resources to conventional treatments, which can be expensive and come with side effects, proving that lasting improvement doesn't have to break the bank. For the price of a simple coffee, you're investing in profound transformation. I've witnessed these changes restore more than just erections. They restore confidence, intimacy, and above all, rekindle that spark in a man's eyes when he realizes age hasn't taken everything. That's the passion that drives me here at Male Secret 60+. Now, the choice is yours. You can stay on the same path, accepting decline as inevitable, or you can commit to 30 days of consistent effort, one spoonful at a time, and discover how strong, capable, and alive your body still is. I, Dr. Jane Taylor, challenge you to take that step today because your mornings are waiting to remind you of your true potential. Your best years can still start now.